I remember the good old days of the internet, when the highest video quality was 720p, YouTube videos couldn't even be 10 minutes long, people had MySpace, and cell phones actually had buttons on them. But as an artist, the internet was also very simple. There was conceptart.org, CGHub, and DeviantArt. Man, I remember when I first uploaded there, I had somehow got Paint Tool SI, GIMP, and Photoshop Elements. Do people even use GIMP or Photoshop Elements anymore? Do people even know what those programs even are? Anyway, I begged my mom for a tablet, specifically the Intuos 4 Small, and when it came in the mail, I made a random piece of art and uploaded it immediately to DeviantArt, and I loved how it didn't really care about engagement or how many likes or follows I had back then. Currently, well, I still really don't care, but I can't lie that if I want to make this an actual career path, I need to consider those things and try to make content that actually allows me to build an audience. However, I can't help but feel nostalgic when I think about the days of uploading to DeviantArt. I found so many artists that would be very big names now actually. I found artists like Artgerm, Adam Hughes, Yume, and a lot more. But the artist I want to place focus on today is Ilya Kuvshinov, and if I butcher that name, I'm so sorry. Ilya Kuvshinov is a Russian illustrator that actually moved to Japan in around 2015 to work full-time on being an illustrator and work on some other projects, like being the character designer for the Ghost in the Shell SAC 2045 anime, and an anime movie called The Wonderland. I haven't seen The Wonderland, but I love Ghost in the Shell, so I'll give you guys my thoughts on his designs later in the video. Now, if you've been following this illustrator back in the good old DeviantArt days, you may remember his username being, and I may say this wrong, Kromprins, with the O being a 0 and the I being a 1. And if you check on his old DeviantArt profile, you can see a lot of his old work. And let this be a testament to how many hours this artist has put in his craft. By no means are any of these old pieces bad, but if you compare the work he did then and what he's doing now, it's straight up night and day, honestly. Another thing he did a lot of was fan art. Now this may be obvious, but the quickest and surefire way to build a fan base is to do fan art of either something that is very popular or something that is very niche. And this guy did fan art for damn near everything. He did Danganronpa, The World Ends With You, Kingdom Hearts, Kill la Kill, Attack on Titan, Sailor Moon, Steins Gate, Catherine, Ace Attorney, goddamn Xenosaga. Does anyone even remember this? The PS2 era was honestly the golden age for JRPGs. Again, to be terribly frank, if you want to quickly build a fan base, just go out and find the latest cool thing and start doing fan art of it. Dandadan is popping off, so go ahead and get on it. I gave you your cash cow. Now personally, I don't do it often because I'm stubborn and I personally don't think my art style is suited for anime fan art, but that's beside the point. Actually, I found this artist because of the Persona fan art he did. As I said before, the PS2 was honestly the golden age for JRPGs, and the PS2 was the only console I had at the time, therefore I was in an extreme JRPG phase. So naturally, as I was playing Persona, I wanted my fill of anything Persona related or whatever I played. And honestly, looking at his Persona fan art, or just his art in general, actually, you could see inspirations from Shigenori Soejima, an artist that I actually looked at in this video if you want to see what I think about his work. Hey guys, it's me in the future, and I just watched that video and it has aged terribly. If you want to watch it, you can. Just know that my audio quality, my script writing, and video editing style has been changed dramatically. You can watch it again if you want, but my content currently is better now. Yeah, anyway, on to the video. He's even listed as one of his inspirations on his DeviantArt page. Out of all the fan art pieces he's done, I think my favorite has to be Hermione from Harry Potter, Riel from Ergo Proxy, which is still to this day one of my favorite anime out there that I can never recommend to anyone, and this one of Motoko Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell. I just love the colors used and the way it was rendered. It's very painterly, and if you guys know my style by now, you already know that my favorite style of painting is the very painterly style. Think of something like Impasto. But that being said though, I sort of want to voice my opinions about his overall style and how I personally think that it doesn't really fit in with the confines of Ghost in the Shell. I don't know if this is a hot take, but if it is, bear with me. Ghost in the Shell is one of my favorite sci-fi media franchises out there, and the beauty of this franchise is that you could sort of displace the main cast of characters in different stories without them being totally bound by the original manga by Masamune Shirow. However, with the SAC 2040 iteration, I felt that the art style is a bit too not Ghost in the Shell, if you know what I mean. I can't really properly explain it, but at the same time, I probably shouldn't be too harsh on it since Motoko Kusanagi, the main character herself, is damn near different in each Ghost in the Shell iteration. Like, her personality is not consistently the same. However, when I think of the Major, the leader of Public Safety Section 9, I think of someone like this or this. This not so much, and this wasn't my thing either, but neither is this. I don't know, she looks too much to be like in high school, but let me clarify. I really like Ilya Kuvshinov's art style. Please do not let the last couple of things I said make you believe that I don't. In fact, his art style could take many forms. If you look at a couple of his pieces, you'll notice that he has different styles of rendering. There's the basic flat colors and cell shading style he used to render these images, and then in other illustrations he might have something a bit more textured. And and in other cases he'll have some pieces in which he'll render in a very realistic manner, which are honestly my favorite illustrations by him. Alongside that, when he decides to do narrative pieces with a full background and incorporates various visual storytelling aspects, are just so fun to look at. Also, speaking of effects, I have known this guy in particular to be the guy to make chromatic aberration very cool and very popular, and thank God that Procreate has the effect built in, because back in the Photoshop days, you have to do all this manual stuff with the layers and channels. And in terms of effects, when he's experimenting with the rendering style and certain lighting, it's always a spectacle to look at, like this one in which the face is covered mostly in shadow. Hell, even this study of the ripple on a body of water is pretty interesting. Another fun fact that you'll notice in his original pieces is that they're mainly women with the bob haircut hairstyle. It's honestly one of the reasons why I think he ultimately became the character designer for Ghost in the Shell 2045, because, well, this. But there is a certain character he draws a lot, and that is Haru from Sing of Yesterday for me. I see fan art of this character all over his account. I can only assume that this is a character that holds a special place in his heart, considering that he draws his characters so often. He has also done the cover art for this video game called Anno Mutationem. I may have said that wrong. This cover, however, does make it a bit apparent that he may have same face syndrome, but that will be another topic for another video for another day. And speaking of another topic, I know that there might be some people who want to know about the controversy he had a while back regarding plagiarism and him straight up tracing certain ideas and compositions. And yes, there is sort of a plethora of proof that indeed shows that, although there are also some pieces that I could say that are honestly just photo studies. He probably should have made it a bit more transparent in the ones that are photo studies instead of leaving it vague for the viewers. But it's sort of funny because Goo Eyes, another digital artist, was accused of stealing Ilya Kuvshinov's art style. Oh Jesus. I swear, being an artist with a high media presence must be a struggle. And as far as I know, Ilya Kuvshinov now doesn't do that anymore. And if I'm wrong, well, I'm wrong. Just don't be tracing and don't be stealing other people's work. And if you're gonna use it as a photo study, let it be known. Say that you study from this photo or this reference. And hell, if you're curious about seeing his illustrated process, he does have a YouTube channel where he uploaded a couple of his speed paints. He doesn't upload much, if at all, on that channel, but it's still a very good resource if you want to peek at how he goes about drawing and painting his illustrations. He, of course, has an Instagram and a Twitter to which you can go follow if you want to, and as well as a Patreon. And if you really like his artwork, you could go ahead and get his 2 art books, Momentary and Eternal, 2 art books that I actually own and have made a quick short if you want to go check it out. There's also the Ghost in the Shell SAC 2045 art book that shows off character spreads and concept sketches. Anyway, thank you for watching me talk about Ilya Kuvshinov, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hello YouTube, thank you for watching this video. I didn't foreshadow me uploading this video since I sort of want to, keep some things a secret. I have been planning on actually looking at Ilya Kuvshinov as my first artist showcase video, but I sort of pivoted and shifted gears and decided to do Little Thunder instead. Recently I sort of blew up again because of the Reno Tuna video, so thank you for all my new recent subscribers. I hope you like the content that you see here. Also, just as a little bit of an update, I have not been doing lots of drawing related videos, and that is because I sort of my Apple Pencil sort of broke, and because of that I can't really draw at the moment. So right now all I'm doing is just really edited videos, sort of like video essays at the moment. I do want to get back to doing some art videos, so until I could save up a couple of paychecks and purchase a Apple Pencil again, I hope you guys will be fine with these video essays. I think most of you guys are anyway, so yeah. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. If I missed any info regarding Ilya Kuvshinov, or if there's another artist you want me to look at for this series of videos, please let me know in the comments. I do look at the comments and I do see a lot of suggestions I've been getting lately, and I do keep mental notes of it. If you notice, there are some artists that I do eventually get to that people tell me to look at. For example, Yusuke Nomura, the Blue Lock artist. I did eventually look at him, and a lot of people wanted me to look at him, so I always do keep like a sort of list somewhere in my head or on a Google Doc about all the suggestions I'm getting. So yes, please keep sending me suggestions my way. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video and content like this, subscribe. I like it when people subscribe. The number is going up. I just passed 17K, so that's pretty nice. Like the video, comment. Comments are nice. I always read them. I read good comments. I read bad comments. I read all comments. Yeah, if you want to support me, my social media links are in the description down below. My Twitter, my Twitch that I don't use still, my Instagram, my Patreon. If you want to support, you can always send me your support through Patreon. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.